I am just using this comment to make a story time video because I'm getting a lot of questions. First of all, I did not expect this to blow up like it did. I've posted this before and did not expect this response. So first of all, let me clarify. My grandmother did not break ribs on herself. She broke ribs on me while she was doing CPR on me. So my grandmother was not harmed, at least physically. She was completely checked out at the hospital and she was perfectly fine. Also, this happened August 28th of 2018. So everybody's doing really well. She turned 90 on June 1st. I'll be 42 in September, and we're all doing really well. And so this is how I aspirated on the Swiss cake rolls. I was on a medication called Klonopin. It's kind of like Xanax, and it would cause me to sleepy. And you feel better? You sound like you're aspirating over there. So it would cause me to sleep eat. So I'd wake up in the middle of the night and I would eat, and I wouldn't even be aware that I was eating. And so that night I apparently woke up and I had a whole box of Swiss cake rolls that I just bought, and I ate them. And the medicine would cause me kind of like to go in and out of consciousness, and I fell asleep with I guess several of them in my mouth, and I fell asleep on my back. And I guess when I took a breath in, they aspirated into my lungs, so I did not choke. But so the best way that I can explain this is respiration is an exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen. You breathe in the oxygen and your lungs expel the carbon dioxide. Well, because my lungs were full of Swiss cake rolls, they couldn't expel carbon dioxide. So basically it was like I suffocated, and it caused my heart to stop. And how my grandmother found me is she was waken up that morning by somebody standing at the foot of her bed. It was just me, my daughter, and my grandmother that lived at our apartment. And she screamed and pulled the covers over her head. And then when she realized I didn't come to see what was wrong, she came to my room and she found me. She called 911 and put them on speakerphone, and she did CPR until EMS got there. And yes, she broke 3 ribs, and she was a nurse and a dental hygienist for 50 years, so she did know what she was doing. And she did compressions to staying alive, because I know that's another question I'm getting a lot. So if you guys have any other questions, just drop them in the comments. I just wanted to add one more thing. I was on life support for a week, but I did make it off of life support. I do have a little bit of brain damage, but that's mostly just affected my memory, like short-term memory. It's harder for me to remember things. I made a full recovery, and everything is great. My daughter just turned 7. She was 15 months old at the time, and she was in the room, and obviously she was too young to remember it. And also, I know I'm going to get this question about who was standing at the foot of her bed. We don't know. The doors were locked, the windows were locked. So some people think it was my spirit that woke her up. Some people think it was the Grim Reaper. Some people say guardian angel. Depends on your belief and what you think. So now, if you have any other questions other than that, just drop them in the comments.